Y'all still here? If so, welcome back. Keep your head up. It's important to keep your head up. Look up. This really saved our ash. It's an important topic. Stick around. I'm just kidding with you guys, but really? I guess I'm not kidding. Keep your heads up. It's important. Anyway, for the last couple years, I've been trying to save our trees. We have a bunch of ash trees in our yard from the emerald ash borer. And you can see that this was a tree that I took down a couple years ago that basically got killed by the emerald ash borer. I had to drop it. And we've been burning this wood up for a while now, but you can see in the wood the little lines and stuff where they bore through and the bark falls off and everything else. So it's really important for me to try to save them because most of the trees in my yard are ash, and if I lose them all, we won't have the coverage and the shade and everything that we so enjoy. My wife and I really enjoy the shade and stuff on our deck and just throughout the backyard. It gives a little bit of privacy too. So I did think about planting more trees just in case, but I've been doing the best job I can to try to save them. But first, if you're new here, I want to welcome you to the channel. I thank you so much for allowing me to share some of my life with you through the videos and just interaction, the comments, all that kind of stuff. It's been a blessing, and I thank you so much for that. If you've been here a while, you know the last couple weeks I've been directing a lot of attention and energy into helping some other people and really just sharing what some knowledge that I have with other people to get them going and maybe share a little bit of inspiration. So first things first, today I'm going to tighten the chain on this 572 XP. Got a little loose the last time we were running it. I got to walk over to the neighbor's house. I'm going to help him cut down a tree. Oh, I'm just going to do it for him. He has 2 trees that are dead. I offered to take them down for him. The last time he had paid somebody, he probably spent a little bit too much money on that, but he doesn't have the means to do it himself. So I want to help him out with that. Gets me out of the house, gets my blood pumping, stuff like that. We'll get that dropped and get that cleaned up for him. But I want to hear from you guys too, what all you're up to and how you guys are holding up and how things are going on your side. I think we're at the point of things getting better and it'll pass. So I'm just going to tighten this up real fast. I do want to get this done before it rains. So anyway, back to the ash tree topic. I was at Home Depot today, and I've really been thinking the last couple days, what kind of video can I produce? Like, what's the next video? And I really have to have something that like inspires me or that hits me or something that just clicks in my head that I'm thinking about to share with you guys. And I got to thinking about these ash trees. I picked up the, imidacloprid, something like that, whatever it's called. It's basically an insecticide that you can either inject into your tree or pour around your tree and let it soak into the roots to kill the emerald ash borer. I have noticed a difference. They say to do it in spring, so I'm going to try to keep doing that. I'm not an agriculturalist or an arborist or any of that kind of stuff, so I'm just doing what I can on my own to save them. I might make some phone calls and ask for some assistance, or if you guys have any advice, definitely be up for your advice. I know they make like the little plugs you can put in the tree, stuff like that. All my trees are basically ash, so I got to do something. And I noticed from last year to this year, they're blooming a little bit better, and the bark seems to be sticking a little bit better. So maybe we can save them. I'd really love to do that. So anyway, I'm picking up the insecticide at Home Depot, and I'm coming back, and boom, the video actually hits me. And I was thinking, like, man, we're pretty much like the ash trees in a way right now, where we're sitting. And I know that's kind of like, I don't try to be like thinking about all these different things. Anyway, back to the topic here. I'm just trying to do like an analogy, I guess, or like just a scenario that I was thinking about. I just wanted to knock those rakers down. It's hard for me to like talk and really get across what I'm trying to get across when I'm doing a lot of things. It's a new chain. I like to get a little bit more bite out of life, so take them down a little bit. Couple filings that'll help you out. So I was thinking about us being just like the ash tree. You know, for a long time, these trees have been they're dominant in Pennsylvania. We have a lot of them, and they're all fighting these different battles. There's bigger ones, there's smaller ones, they're fighting for water, there's some that get too much water, they're looking for sunlight, some aren't getting enough sunlight, all these different scenarios. And it's part of growth. You know, we have some big ash trees in Pennsylvania, you know what I'm saying? But I'm no agriculturalist and I'm no arborist by any means, but I do know that a tree's, a big determining factor in a tree's growth, aside from water, is its ability to capture sunlight and keep its head up to the sun, per se. And I think that in retrospect of this month, we've gone through a little bit of that same battle. 10 years ago, the beetle came in and tried to wipe out all the trees. Some made it, like I said, some didn't. And now we have this thing going on that's very tough. And I'm not going to lie, it's been a tough month. I'm not going to discredit that. Some people are dealing with it in different ways. You know, there's frustration, there's all kinds of stuff that happens, especially if there's underlying issues and things like that. It could be, you know, depression or just anything. So being inside and being cooped up doesn't really help either. It'll be harder on than others. Some of us will get more sunlight. Some of us might not get as much sunlight. Some of us are fighting for water. Some of us have too much water. All these different scenarios are happening. And again, in retrospect, I'm thinking like, this is the time that we could all use a little bit of help, and we can all learn from each other. I feel like we're all back on that, maybe in some way, shape, or form, or back to the ground, like the down to the roots type of atmosphere where core things really matter. And I can't tell you guys how big of a blessing you are to me. This has been an outlet in a way for me to share and just keep myself going and keep my motivation up and keep my head up to the sky. And I hope it's doing that for you as well in some way, shape, or form. I think the important thing sometimes is to embrace the uncertainty. Keep your head above water. Keep your head up, for that matter. And just, you might need some help from people. And I think there's going to be people there to help you. I think we're all on that common ground right now. And believe in your ability. Definitely believe in your ability, because you can do these things. Working with so many of you so far has been a blessing. I mean, it truly has. It's so awesome to see people accomplish something, especially when these times are tough and they're like, man, I feel good about this. Thank you so much. And that hits hard. You know what I mean? That hits you hard. So I apologize for that. The battery went dead. All I'm trying to say is if you're in a position to help others, and it doesn't have to be monetarily, it could be a smile, like CP says, smile for miles, anything. I mean, maybe you're the one in need. If we all just help each other, I think we're going to be a lot further than we are today after all this is over. You know, baby steps, and just keep making steps forward. The important thing is, let's go save these ash trees real fast. Let's help my neighbor out. We'll cut that tree down for him, and keep your heads up, all right? So anyway, you can see this tree's dead. This is the first one. It's got to come down. And then this one here that's in this V, it's dead as well. We're going to have to pull that one away. That one's going to be another day. We're going to try to get this done before it rains. Hey, I don't know if anybody's ever done this before, but I'd like to show you guys the cheapest chainsaw, battery-operated chainsaw on Amazon. It's a steel. You can see the teeth on there, pretty nice. Rakers, good to go. What I like about these saws, once you turn the choke on, they start. I mean, first pull every time. Whew. You gotta be careful though. You gotta be careful. A little bit heavy. See the guidelines are on here. So when you're felling a tree, you can actually see the direction and which way it's going. You guys see that? Let me get a close up. Look at the teeth. This thing's gonna do some damage. We'll get that started off. Shut it off here, be safe. Safety third, so they say. So sorry about that, guys. I'm a little bit disappointed right now. My spirits are a little bit down because my memory card filled up. I had to go and clear the memory card. I bucked that tree. I've changed it now. I got about 20% battery left. This tree I had to follow a little bit different way. I don't know what they call it, but I basically had to come up like 3 feet because it got hung up in the tree above, and I had to come up like 3 feet and cut another notch into it and have it just fall in on itself. I don't know what that's called, but it went exactly where we wanted it to go. I got it all bucked up. Saw's running great. I want to show you what I'm going to do with these ash trees. I'll show you the trees he got taken out here real quick. So here's the ones that he got removed years back. And then you can see here where I cut that bigger piece out. Here's my notch, and it fell perfect. So I got it all bucked up. We're going to clean that up, a little extra firewood before it gets dark out, and it's supposed to start pouring here. So we're going to take that over to the house here in a second. But do you see this one? It's not good. Not good. So this is the stuff we're going to use. Man, my battery's going dead again. I just don't think they like the cold. This tree shrub protect. Dump it in a bottle with water. See what we can do. Let me see if I have another battery. We are going through batteries like crazy today. This one's still charging, but I apologize. I'm a little bit bummed out, but it happens. It really may be too late for this tree. Hard to say. All we can do is keep trying. I wish I would have caught this sooner, but I didn't know much about it. You live and you learn. So honestly, if you guys know a better way or something I can do to save these trees, please let me know. It'd be very helpful. I have like 6 of them. Like I said, the bigger ones have done better. Some of the smaller ones I'd really like to save. Gotta keep going. It's starting to rain. Well, we didn't beat the rain. Started pouring. So I didn't get to finish everything that I wanted to finish. I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys know any more about the trees, let me know. It'd be very helpful. We're gonna do our best to try to save them. I think it's working on the bigger ones, so we'll see if the smaller ones can still make it through. I hope that that's the case. But maybe some of you guys will have some advice or had to deal with it. I appreciate all of you that watch. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next pixel. I just wanted to stop raining so we can get some things done around here. Man. I know it's tough to see, but I made this rack that pops in and out just to move small amounts of firewood when needed. Puts a lot of weight over the rear end, but just for a couple pieces at a time, works out real well. We actually built these to haul deer out of the woods. I'll have to show you guys this sometime.